how to taper to an Ironman, but this is not my normal taper, so to be fair, it's not actually that different what I ended up doing to what I would normally do, so I think probably still kind of valid. Tapering, definitely a bit of an art. I think everyone reacts slightly differently to tapering and what makes them feel good. And I think actually quite a lot of it is keeping yourself mentally feeling good. I think that kind of week before the race, most of it, because you have more time, because you're not training as much, kind of more time to think about all the little things. So actually I think generally with tapering, you just need to do what feels good, do what makes you feel good and what gives you the confidence on that start line. For me, normal taper week would be on the Monday, do a sort of normal swim, so about an hour of swimming. We did open water for Mallorca because actually I spent most of that week trying to really practice both the starts to kind of make sure I was getting in, getting on feet and staying there, but then also on normal swimming, where's best to sit, how do I sight and also stay on feet, etc. So depending on where you are in racing, it might be in a pool, but I'd say if you're swimming open water, you probably want to do as much open water as possible. Quite a chilled sort of 2 hours 40 bike ride, had a couple of hills in there, and we also chose a route that had some switchbacks. It wasn't the race course, like if I'd been staying closer we would have gone and done that to practice it, but I'd done a lot of that the week before, so I didn't need to. Nice steady bike. Tuesday was then another open water swim, again about 50 minutes, like nothing too hard, but we did some like very specific running out, practicing the starts about 6-7 times, and then kept the rest of it quite steady. And then I had like a 40-minute easy run. I think the only thing I didn't do this week that I would normally do is usually I'd probably have a run with some pickups in or doing some like race pace stuff. This time I was being very cautious about not doing anything fast or doing anything that would give my calf a chance to blow up again. Wednesday then had a super easy day, literally had like an hour and 20 coffee ride. Thursday was short swim in the sea and like a half an hour run. Friday was then just like an hour cycling with a couple of sort of 30-second efforts just to open the legs up a bit. Sometimes I'd swim the day before the race and sometimes I'd also do a little run, but I guess this time no running because I felt like I'd done enough running by that point. I didn't do any swimming because actually we had to drive up from the South Island to the North Island, so by the time I had sorted everything else out, there wasn't really much time, so I decided I was going to chill out instead. For me, it's that taper week is about freshening up big time, but you obviously want to keep moving a little bit. People definitely do different things. I know some people that have like a whole day off 2 days before the race and do nothing. Mentally, I would really struggle with that. I would always rather be doing a little bit of something. And the other thing that I try to do on taper week is on some of those sessions probably do full kit. So like check my bike setup, check like the wheel, check everything kind of works. I also checked my sort of hydration tube that comes through because I've had a couple of issues with that before. So yeah, I think it's doing minimal training but enough to make you feel good, but also checking all the other little bits that you have to for Ironman. I think my last biggish session was a week before the race. I had like just over 3 hour ride with 3 blocks of 20 minutes, 4.5 minutes of sort of sweet spot tempo pace and then 30-second pickups at the end. So actually I was doing those going up the hill and coming back down the descent, which was quite good practice. For me, having that big session a week out, that's quite good because then obviously you've got the work in your legs but you've got enough time to freshen up. I guess the other thing I did and do quite a lot of on taper week is the mobility and a bit of yoga and all the kind of stuff that I'm usually not very good at fitting in. Although saying that, I have actually been quite good since the calf because that's one of the things that I was told would very much help me. But yeah, I think it's again something that especially with travel. I think a lot of people, you get quite tight, so being able to kind of loosen up a little bit and do some of that mobility is quite important. I also had a massage 2 days out. Actually a guy that was really good and did a bit of chiropractor stuff as well, so kind of completely realigned me, which was nice. And I think a lot of people getting a nice massage is quite good, particularly post-travel. Nutrition, very important part of taper. So I like to do a sort of low residue, low fibre diet, sort of 2 days out from an Ironman. If it was a 7.3, I think 1 day's fine, to kind of be on the safe side. So that basically consists of rice pudding for breakfast, chicken or egg and rice for lunch, chicken and rice for dinner, yogurt is a snack, red wine is still allowed on it, so that's nice. So that is a part of dinner, and basically have that for 2 days straight. So that just means there's like nothing in your gut to cause issues on race day.